Commitment 2024 coverage now. ABC News and the Associated Press officially calling the presidential race at about 4:35 this morning.
Former President Donald Trump clinching that magic number of 270 electoral college votes to win the presidency and then some. From Milwaukee to D.C., 12 News has live team coverage all morning long. 12 News Madison Moore and Duke Carter are standing by in Milwaukee and Waukesha counties.
We also have Amy Liu standing by outside of the White House this morning. But first, let's begin with the results for the race for president in Wisconsin.
Taking a look at those numbers this morning, there have been 10 electoral votes at stake. And as you can see, former President Donald Trump ahead of Vice President Kamala Harris, 49.8% to Kamala Harris's 48.8%. Looking now closer at Southeast Wisconsin, only Milwaukee County and Jefferson County voting in favor of the vice president.
Trump's victory in Wisconsin giving him 277 total electoral college votes at this hour. He only needed those 270 to win the presidency. Several states still undecided this morning, including Battleground Michigan, Battleground Nevada, and Battleground Arizona. Vice President Harris choosing not to speak to her supporters last night. She instead will speak later today.
Zoe Henry joins us in studio with what former President Donald Trump had to say to his supporters in Florida.
Mallory and Jaron, like you just said, the race was called just before 4:30 this morning. But about 2 hours before that, Donald Trump declared victory when addressing his supporters in West Palm Beach last night.
This will forever be remembered as the day the American people regained control of their country. We're going to make our country better than it ever has been. And I said that many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason. And that reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness. And now we are going to fulfill that mission together. We're going to fulfill that mission. The task before us will not be easy, but I will bring every ounce of energy, spirit, and fight that I have in my soul to the job that you've entrusted to me.
That was the president-elect, former President Donald Trump this morning. Now, Vice President Kamala Harris has not yet conceded this race and did not speak to her supporters in Washington, D.C. last night.
She will be back here tomorrow to address not only the HU family, not only to address her supporters, but to address the nation. So thank you. We believe in you.
The vice president is set to address the nation later today to formally concede the 2024 election to Donald Trump.
Also breaking this morning, Tammy Baldwin has declared victory in Wisconsin's closely watched U.S. Senate race.
The Associated Press has yet to name a winner in this race, but taking a look at the numbers, Democratic incumbent Tammy Baldwin is leading Republican challenger Eric Hovde. Those results right now, 49.3% for Baldwin to Hovde's 48.6%. In the middle of the night, Hovde spoke to the crowd at his watch party at his headquarters in Madison.
I would say, go home, get a good night's sleep. Obviously, I'll be sitting around waiting for Milwaukee to drop in some of the other counties, but feel good where we stand, and hopefully we'll be on to victory and starting to, change the face of this country.
Baldwin also held a watch party in Madison, but she did not make an appearance on stage. She did send out a statement a little while ago saying, quote, "I'm proud to head back to the Senate to keep fighting for our workers, farmers, and families that make our state great." Again, this race, though, has not officially been called.